Drew McIntyre has become an incredible heel, an incredible character. And I think if he doesn't win this, there'll still be an incredible program for him at WrestleMania.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to an all-new episode of the Wrestling Time Machine by Sportskeeda. You can find us right here at WrestleBinge on YouTube, and of course, wherever you download your favorite podcast. I'm your host, Mac Davis, along with my two wonderful co-hosts each and every week. First of all, he is a legendary pro wrestling journalist, Mr. Bill Apter. Hey, Bill.
It's great to be here on another great time in the time machine.
And of course, along with Bill and I is a WWE Hall of Famer, my brother from another mother, ladies and gentlemen, Teddy Long. Hey, Teddy.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Have you ever checked that out?
What's that?
Yes. Have you ever checked, you keep saying a brother from another mother. Have you ever gone into your family tree and...
Well, I mean, just look at us. We look just alike.
Exactly.
Bald head, goatee. Yeah, we go to airports sometimes. We get confused with Goldberg because we have the goatee.
I don't get confused with Goldberg because I'm not white.
but he does pass as my twin brother, as you can see. So.
Right. You take that credit.
Yes, sir.
If I remove my hat and grow a beard, I could be the third brother.
Yeah, you got to grow all this in right here at least, because that's what
reminds me a little more. The guy I used to watch, Boris Karloff.
Yes.
Right.
Oh boy.
Only you two guys would know who Boris Karloff is. Nobody knows that but us.
Oh yeah. Wait. Why don't you leave it alone? It's growing right in front of us.
See what I said?
Frankenstein monster, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's one of those universal monsters I know. And I know that how much Jerry Lawler loves that stuff too. So yeah, he probably got that as well as everybody else.
I saw something.
Yep.
Hold on one sec. I saw something online yesterday that someone was selling, and I took a picture of it. Let me see if I can find it here.
For those of you who are listening to us on the podcast, he's going to show us a picture. We'll hopefully you can see it when he holds it up.
No, it's in relevance to what we're talking about.
You got to back up a little bit. Back it up a little bit.
There we go.
No, back your hand back a little bit.
There's Frankenstein.
Yeah, I see Frankenstein at the top.
Yeah, I think I see the werewolf. He's in the middle, isn't he?
Elsa Lancaster. The Invisible Man, yeah.
Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That Elsa Lancaster was the Bride of Frankenstein.
And
that just took me out of focus.
Yeah, it took you out of focus.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Hey, look, while you're doing this,
there we go.
It's always Bill and technical issues here.
No, it's not.
There.
Come on,
come on. There it goes. There.
Oh.
Hey, that's better now. All right, now you just can't move.
I'm begging you to.
All right, guys, here we go. WWE's Elimination Chamber in Australia. A preview, kind of taking a look at some of the matches that are taking place. Get your guys' opinions and what you think might happen here. You ready?
Go for it.
Boy, it sounded like you had a game tone go off just then. All right, in the men's Elimination Chamber, we have Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton versus Bobby Lashley versus LA Knight versus Kevin Owens versus Logan Paul. Where do you think this is going to go, Bill?
Well,
keep in mind this setup too. By the way, keep in mind that this setup is that the winner of this match will get to meet Seth Rollins at WrestleMania for his title. I'm sorry, go ahead, Bill.
Not only meet him, but he'll get to wrestle him too for the world title. Yeah. So my pick in this match is the guy who came back recently, looks better than ever. LA Knight's a fan favorite. And a lot of the other people in there, Drew McIntyre is at his furious best, but I cannot see anyone but the apex predator, Randy Orton, walking out of that Elimination Chamber with a ticket to WrestleMania 40 and facing world champion Seth frickin' Rollins.
Teddy?
I kind of agree with Bill a little bit, but I was kind of leaning toward that they may do something that may shock us all, and which I would think that may be Logan Paul coming out of this thing, because nobody would ever dream, even think about it. So, I think it's a toss-up between maybe Logan Paul and LA Knight.
And I'm really trying to figure out, where do we go? Let's say that Randy Orton wins the Elimination Chamber. Where does that leave Drew McIntyre for WrestleMania? Where does that leave Bobby Lashley, LA Knight, Kevin Owens, Logan Paul? We still have a lot of matches from what I can, because these are all big names. There's still a lot of matches we have not even heard about yet for WrestleMania.
Logan Paul doesn't need another title right now. He's great with what he has. Bobby Lashley, I think, would be great as a winner, but I don't see him in that main event picture now that he's, been with his guys at this time. He's not working as a single wrestler. LA Knight, like I said, he's a fan favorite, but I don't think they're going to give it to him, although the fans would love that. And who was the other person, Mac?
We had Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre. Sure. I think Drew McIntyre doesn't need the title by beating Seth Rollins, in my opinion. Drew McIntyre has become an incredible heel, an incredible character, and I think if he doesn't win this, there'll still be an incredible program for him at WrestleMania. Not sure against who yet, but it could be someone that costs him the win at the elimination title. Could be LA Knight. LA Knight, Drew McIntyre feud. Seems good to me.
Teddy, what were you about to say?
Well, I seen something on social media. I heard something that they were negotiating Drew McIntyre's contract. He hadn't re-signed with him.
Yeah,
that's correct.
I don't know that I've heard that he has re-signed, and you bring up a good point there, Teddy. Which I can't imagine that he's going anywhere. As we said that on an earlier podcast,
this business is unpredictable, so you just don't ever know.
Let's talk about the women's elimination chamber.
Mac, I don't think Drew McIntyre is going anywhere, in my opinion. I think the WWE values him so much. He would be dangerous in the hands of AEW.
Yeah, it'd be dangerous to him if he went to AEW. They wouldn't know what to do.
It would be dangerous. It would be dangerous for upping their ratings. First of all, I don't know if he could go by the name of Drew McIntyre. He's Drew Galloway. Yep. So sometimes that name recognition is very important. That Edge is doing good in AEW as the rated R superstar, but they can't call him Edge. So I don't know how many of his old fans are even knowing that he's really there.
Well, they can see him. His face ain't gonna change.
Yep.
They can see him. They can see him, but I think the story is that for some reason the guys that go to AEW, other than Christian Cage at this point, are just not
utilized correctly.
Buzz about them. I don't know whether they're being utilized right in their storylines or whatever, but I think Drew could be the exception there if he went there, and him against Christian Cage would be magnificent too, but he's not going anywhere.
I'd like to see I'd like to see, if it does happen, I'd like to see him slide right in there and retire Sting.
So you know how that would go? Sting, I'm coming after you. You want to wrestle these little guys, the young bucks? Well, yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. You want to retire? You want somebody to retire you? Then I'm the guy to do it.
Right, but think of the name. But you can't use the name Drew McIntyre. If you want to retire, try Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, the women's elimination chamber match.
Shut up, Mac. Stop laughing. We take this serious.
I can tell.
Yeah, I know,
Becky
it's
Lynch.
in here. It's terrible.
Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair versus Liv Morgan versus Tiffany Stratton versus Naomi versus Raquel Rodriguez. So now, if you heard all those names, possibly through all that laughing there, Bill, give me your thoughts on this match. Where are we going with this?
So here's my pick is twofold. Number one fold is Becky Lynch, because she right now, if she doesn't, similar to Drew McIntyre, if she doesn't win this, where does she go from here? That's my first.
That's the first
pick. My other my other fold is this one. Okay? If Seth Rollins loses, okay, and Becky loses, everybody knows they're married. It's time for them to go on a 10-week vacation with each other and get their bodies back together again, take care of their little girl, their little child there, and just get away for a little while. So if it's not Becky, it's going to be Bianca Belair, as far as I'm concerned. The issue there is, if it's Bianca Belair, does she beat Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania? And if so, does that set up the match with Jade Cargill for SummerSlam that we're all dying to see?
Teddy, what do you think?
Well, I certainly agree with Bill with Becky Lynch. You know what I mean? I think that's the way to go. But like I said, we never know. But I don't agree with maybe them waiting to go to SummerSlam to do something big with Jade Cargill. I think if you're going to do something big with her, you got to do it on the biggest stage of them all. You got to do it at WrestleMania, and then you do a big follow-up into SummerSlam. So I think there may be some surprises here with that women's, with what's going on with the women. Jade Cargill maybe get involved in that some kind of way. We don't know, but I certainly think, Becky Lynch is on the road to win this.
Now, of course, we think that Rhea Ripley will still be the champion, but she also has a match here at the Elimination Chamber Premium Live event.
Glad you brought that up.
Yeah, Rhea Ripley, the champion, will be facing Nia Jax, Teddy, and I know how much you feel about Nia Jax.
Well, that's another one that's, like we say back in the day, it's just too close to call. You got Rhea Ripley that's certainly an outstanding competitor, man. I mean, this woman here is certainly, made a name for herself. And she did it all on her own, you know what I mean? Because she was hungry and she wanted it. But you got to look at Nia Jax, man. She's been triple tough. And she wants a chance at that title too. So, this one here is going to certainly be one. I don't know, and not saying it just because, I like Nia and everything, but I'd like to see Nia come out on top, because I haven't seen her with a title. Maybe she has had one. I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I think she certainly deserves a chance.
Bill,
I'm going to predict in my Grand Wizard of Wrestling voice, Nia Jax will totally squash Rhea Ripley and send her to stay in a convalescent home. At a convalescent home in Australia. Right during my best imitation. My best imitation.
It's not your.
Did you get my prediction there?
Down, boy. Down.
It's not even his dog.
No, it's not. It's yours.
I tell you what, I'm gonna start walking. He may be barking. It may be the garage door guy.
No, that's right. You're waiting on somebody to come fix your garage.
Well, while he's doing that, while Teddy's doing that, if Nia Jax is going to squash Rhea Ripley, and Nia Jax goes to WrestleMania, then Bianca or Becky defeats Nia Jax, or it's a great rematch with Rhea at WrestleMania. That can happen too. Teddy's walking. Let's see who's at Teddy's door.
Teddy has a surprise guest for the show today.
All right, I'm in the garage, guys, and the garage guy just got here.
Could it be Nia Jax?
We're on the live podcast here. Let them see you, James.
Hey, James, how are you?
Oh, that's not Nia Jax.
It's good to see you, brother.
That's not Nia Jax.
By the way, Teddy, real quick, Teddy, before you get out of that garage, turn that camera towards your truck.
Oh, okay. What'd you say?
Turn that camera towards your truck. That is a beautiful truck that Teddy has in that garage there. See if you can get a good shot of it. Look at that classic. Look at that.
That is
classic.
beautiful. But I want to know, Teddy, is your garage guy there? Is he a wrestling fan?
Yes, I've been knowing James for over 20 years.
All right, well, put the camera on James. Put the camera on James here.
Okay.
James,
hey, James, how you doing? Well,
excuse me. I got a light on my head.
All right. So who's going to win the match between Nia Jax and Rhea Ripley at the Elimination Chamber? Who do you think?
I think Jackson's going to take him down.
Those are not no hymns, James. We're talking about two women.
Two women.
Yeah, Nia Jax, the big Amazon girl.
Okay.
All right, and Rhea Ripley, she's the champion right now.
Is that the one that got hurt last week?
James said, is that the one got hurt last week?
And they pulled her out the ring?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember that.
Yeah, she beat like all 6 girls that last week on Monday Night Raw.
Okay.
Now I will tell you.
She's as big as Andre the Giant?
Yeah.
She looks like it.
All right,
we get back to work.
Idea, folks.
Y'all leave James alone. James got work to do.
All right, let's see. While Teddy's getting himself back upstairs here, let's talk about the undisputed tag.
He's been reprimanded.
Huh? Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. Boy, this has been a wild broadcast today. Let's see. The Women's World Championship match we just talked about. So you're saying Nia Jax, both of you. Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm saying
Nia Jax. That's what I said.
Yep. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the undisputed tag team championship. Judgment Day's Damian Priest and Finn Balor taking on the British Strong Style, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. Bill, what do you think?
They're a very good, popular team right now, just put together. They've got tons of energy, but I cannot see them beating the Judgment Day. I just can't see it. I think the Judgment Day has been tagging a lot longer than them. They've got a lot of tricks going on in their arsenal, and I think Bates and his partner are just not together enough yet. They're making like they are, but they haven't teamed long enough to me to win these titles.
Teddy, what about you?
Well, I haven't, kind of kept up with them too much. So, I don't really want to speak on something that I don't really know about. So I'd have to.
But that should tell you enough right there, really. They are a young team, as Bill was saying. And Bill, you're right. Yeah. I think that it's not their time yet. It's way too early for that to happen. So I totally agree. All right, let's see. The last thing on here, of course, is Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins appearing together on the Grayson Waller effect. And I'm not sure where they're going with that. Where are we going with Seth? Is there going to be a story with Seth and Cody at some point where they battle to unify the titles? Assuming that he wins at WrestleMania.
I think that this thing with the Grayson Waller effect is to see the two of them have a great segment together for Seth Rollins to give Cody more confidence that he's going to be his shield, so to say. And they'll wind up beating up Grayson Waller probably in a very funny segment. But a lot of people are talking about, Seth Rollins turning against Cody. I don't see that happening. I see that this is sincere right now. The fans love Seth Rollins. He gets the biggest from them. They can't stop singing his it's not really a song because there's no words to it. Very easy song to remember. But no, I just think this is going to strengthen for whatever happens at WrestleMania. I think, I picked Cody to win with interference from Seth Rollins at WrestleMania.
Teddy?
Well, my thing too with Seth, I mean, if he turned, I don't think it would hurt him whatsoever. We have to look at wrestling now, different. Old school, you could be a babyface and turn heel. Golly, the people would just, just totally write you off. But they don't do that anymore. Sometimes they're waiting for the good guy to be the bad guy with the way wrestling is today. So I think with Seth, and as over as he is, like Bill was talking about the song, how the people say, I think they sang it more louder then. He may get some boos, you know what I mean? But I'm telling you, it's entertainment now, and that's how the fans of wrestling today are accepting our sport. So I think if he turned, I don't think it would bother him at all.